heavens are telling the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims his handiwork. Day to day pause for speech, and night to night declares knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to What You Know. We are now pursuing very important sectors of the program. We've reached the quarterfinals, and today we're tackling the first of the quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen. And the contestants, before they introduce themselves, I would mention the names of the contestants in each category of the quarterfinal. For the first quarterfinal, we have Charles Hazel Techimenson, Salim Ahmed Salim, Ivan Rovinu, Ibrahim Abdul Latif, Fred Danswa Mwakon, Moses Amwakon. For the second set of the quarterfinal, Thomas Enin Obeng, Anthony Oyagbero, Benjamin Bully, Ruben Beze, Ebenezer Mensah, Wanda Ajaduche. The third group is formed by Farida Sabi, Kevin Serge Texan, Paul Aferiminta, Benjamin Amadou Ndebugri, John Awuni, and Stephen Gadiko. For the fourth, Newman Akoli, Daniel Amuzu, Charles Debra, Samuel Asiedu, Jude Aholi, Joseph Kumi. And the fifth group, we have George Benator, Philip Labi, Edmund Boja, John Chapere, Isaac Kweku Nam, and Godwin Horsu. For the final group, that is the Seth Angelo Ajololo, Courage Hachu, Cizalo Abdul Latif Yusuf, Haruna Muhammad, Thurmond Yawagodo, and last but not least, Victor Amati. Ladies and gentlemen, for today's competition, the contestants are lined up. Which two individuals will gain entry into the next round of the competition? The contestants will declare themselves.
Ibrahim Abdul Latif from Yendi, Northern Region.
Charles Hazel Techimenson, Ghana's most decorated Scrabble player, Cape Coast.
Salim Ahmed Salim, Wellambele, Upper West Region.
Asamoah Moses, an old student of Adontin Senior High School.
Evans Wubanu, Gulf City, Tema.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly we'll pursue this program with alacrity. It is very dicey, and we have to be very careful about things. Round one, question one. Yes, and for 3 points, Ibrahim Latif, listen to this one. An invention is a unique or novel device, method, a composition, idea, or process. An invention may be an improvement upon a machine, product, or process for increasing efficiency or lowering cost. It may also be an entirely new concept. Now, if an idea is unique enough, either as a stand-alone invention or as a significant improvement over the work of others, it can be patented. Which country invented the clothing button in the 13th century?
France.
France is correct. Now, Napoleon Bonaparte, 1769-1821, also known as Napoleon I, was a French military leader and emperor who conquered much of Europe in the early 19th century. Now, born on the island of Corsica, Napoleon rapidly rose through the ranks of the military during the French Revolution 1789 to 1799. After seizing political power in France in the 1970s, 1989 coup d'etat, he crowned himself emperor in 1804. Shrewd, ambitious, and skilled military strategist, Napoleon successfully waged war against various coalitions of European nations and expanded his empire. But where was this French general who left Napoleon to become... But there was this French general, who left Napoleon to become the king of Sweden. You understand? He was in Napoleon's camp. French general. He left Napoleon to become the king of Sweden?
Gustav the First.
Not Gustav the First. Salim.
Pass.
Yes, Moses.
King Louis the First.
Yes, Wobenu.
Gustav Adolphus II.
No.
Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte.
Yes, Bernadotte is correct. Now for 3 points, Charles, listen. Yes. Now listen. Now this was a 17th century religious conflict fought primarily in Central Europe. It remains one of the longest and most brutal wars in human history, with more than 8 million casualties resulting from military battles as well as from the famine and disease caused by the conflict. Now this war started as a battle among the Catholic and Protestant states that formed the Holy Roman Empire. However, as the war evolved, it became less about religion and more about which group would ultimately govern Europe. Now, in the end, the conflict changed the geopolitical face of Europe and the role of religion and nation states in society. What is the name of this war?
The 30 Years' War.
Now, 3 points. For 3 points, listen to this one. Charles, listen. Now, within which period did the 30 Years' War take place?
16th century.
Not in terms of century. Within which period? From which year to which year?
No idea.
Yes, Salim.
Pass.
Yes, Moses.
Pass.
Wobenu.
1818 to 1848.
Oh, I'm afraid. Yes, your turn. Latif.
1618 to 1648.
Yeah, that's the answer. For 3 points, Charles. Now, weather condition is the regional weather during a defined time period from 1 up to several weeks. Now, weather condition describes typical weather phenomena, such as a series of thunderstorms in hot summer, foggy month in autumn, or other weather conditions which are typical for a specific region or season. Now, pogonip is a type of weather condition. How would you describe pogonip? Yes.
It's a winter fog. Within Asia.
Yes, what about
No
you, Charles?
idea.
Huh?
No idea.
Salim?
It is foggy-like weather movement.
Yes, Moses.
Dew in nature.
Wobenu.
It's a condition of unclear, very, very heavy fog.
It's all right. We'll give Latif 2 points. It's weather with, heavy weather fog, winter fog with crystals.
I said heavy fog, actually.
You mentioned
Heavy, yes.
no, but you also mentioned heavy winter fog.
But he didn't use
Heavy winter fog.
He didn't use heavy, that is why I use heavy.
Oh, you mentioned heavy.
I said winter fog.
Yes.
No, but heavy winter fog. Then he should be entitled 1 point for Evans Wobenu. Heavy winter fog. You understand? It's not just winter fog, but very heavy winter fog. You understand? Now, but what did Britain legally adopt in the 18th century as a form of punishment? What do you think? Wobenu?
The beer tax.
No? Punishment. Okay, of course, beer tax was not essentially punishment.
In the year again.
18th century. What did Britain legally adopt in the 18th century as a form of punishment? Legally adopt in the 18th century. Yes, Latif.
Capital punishment by hanging.
Yes, that's 1 point. Now, what did hanging as a form of capital punishment replace?
Burning.
Sorry?
Burning. That is burning someone alive. Or boiling.
Burning as stick.
No, that's all right. It replaced other capital punishments such as boiling, burning, and beheading. But 2 points. Beheading. It also included beheading. Now, it is a self-uniting marriage, a legal document that allows a couple to marry in the absence of a third party. Name the type of wedding in question here. What's it called? What's the type of wedding here? Charles.
No idea.
A self-uniting marriage. A legal document that allows a couple to marry in the absence of a third party. They themselves. Only the two of them.
Is it called court wedding?
No. What is the name of this type of... It has a special designation. Yes.
Marriage of ordinance.
No.
Quaker marriage.
Quaker wedding is correct. It's a Quaker marriage. It's a Quaker marriage. Now, what is the key prohibition?
No photographs allowed.
Okay, that's correct. Put your hands together for me. In a Quaker marriage, no photographs are allowed. Now, for 3 points. Now, a chemical element is a substance that cannot be broken down into other substances. Now, the basic particle that constitutes a chemical element is the atom, and chemical elements are distinguished from each other by the number of protons in the nuclei of their atoms. Now, azote is the old name of a certain element. Azote. Azote. What is this element?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen. Now, how often does a quotidian thing occur? When we say something is quotidian, how often does it occur? Charles?
2 times.
No?
3.
No?
4 times.
Quotidian. Quotidian. Moses. Yes, Wobenu.
It occurs daily.
Daily is correct. It occurs daily. Now, this country's name loosely translates as a place with a great river. Place with a great river. What is it? The country's name, when loosely translated, it means a place with a great river. Which country?
Paraguay.
Paraguay is correct. Paraguay is correct. Now, Niagara Falls is a group of 3 waterfalls in the southern end of Niagara Gorge. Now, it spans the border between the province of Ontario in Canada and the state of New York in the United States. Now, identify the largest of the 3 waterfalls which straddle the international border of the 2 countries. Last question.
The Horseshoe Falls.
The Horseshoe Falls, end of the competition.
At the end of the first round of today's What Do You Know quiz program, Charles Manson from Cape Coast has no point. Salim Ahmed Salim from Welembele in the Sisala East of the Upper West region also has no point. Moses Asamoah, an old student of the Adontin Senior High School, also has no point. Evans Wovenu, a resident of Gulf City, Tema, has 9 points. In the lead is Ibrahim Abdul Latif from Yendi in the Northern region with 17 points.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I must remind that this is the first of the quarterfinal in the 2024 competition. The competition proceeds to its second department, round 2, question 1. Who's then?
Charles.
Yes, Charles. Now, Charles, for 3 points, tell me, what phobia is tocophobia? What phobia is tocophobia?
No idea.
Salim, quickly.
Fear of eating.
No. Salim, Moses. Yes, Ivan Gobenu.
Fear of crossing the road.
No. Yes, Mensa. Is it? Sorry.
Latif.
Latif.
Fear of toes.
No. Tocophobia, ladies and gentlemen, fear of childbirth. Fear of childbirth. Charles, again, what is ecclesiophobia? Ecclesiophobia.
Fear of coming together.
Look. Ecclesiophobia. Salim.
The fear of the church.
The fear of the church is correct. And he gains the 1 point on this occasion. What about scotophobia? Scotophobia. What is it? Scoto.
Is it fear of sexual intercourse?
Look, scoto. Because of the scoto.
Fear of eating.
Be careful, Salim. Scoto. Sir Moses.
Fear of Scottish.
Of Scottish, it has no alignment with Scotland. We will know scotophobia.
Fear of ugly.
No, don't go ugly. Yes, Ibrahim Latif.
Fear of darkness.
Fear of darkness is correct. Fear of darkness is correct. Ballistophobia. Ballistophobia.
Fear of.
No. Oh, yes, Ibrahim Latif.
Fear of missiles.
No.
Fear of climbing stairs.
No. Charles.
Fear of armed instruments.
I disagree. Salim.
Fear of climbing trees.
No. Moses Amwa.
Pass.
Fear of drowning.
Fear of bullets. Oneirophobia. What is it? Abdul Latif. Oneiro. Oneiro phobia. Oneiro.
Fear of.
Yes.
Dreams.
Dreams for 1 point. Fear of dreams for 1 point. Now, of course, you must listen to this one very quickly. Now, what is the name given to an official whose job it is to discover the cause of death by holding an inquest?
Ombudsman.
No ombudsman. Salim?
Corona.
Corona is correct. Corona. It is correct. Moses Amwa. No, sorry, Salim. Now, what is the term used for the process of determining the cause of death?
The autopsy.
Autopsy is correct. 3 points. Now, for 3 points, Moses. Now, the Dow Jones is a term used to describe an index of share prices in the United States Stock Exchange. What is the term used for the index of share prices on the Hong Kong stock exchange? What is it?
Pass.
Yes, Evans.
Sanren.
Yes.
Yang Seng.
Sorry? Huh? What did you say?
Yang Seng.
No.
Hang Seng.
Han Seng is correct. Han Seng is correct. Now, for 3 points. Now, tell me this for 3 points. What is the full name of the chemical substance DDT?
Diphenyl trichloroethane.
Diphenol trichloroethane is correct. Now, for 3 points, the boat on which you can see Niagara Falls. Name the boat on which you can see Niagara Falls.
No idea.
Yes.
No idea.
You don't have an idea. Moses. Yes. Yovenu.
I can't remember.
Yes.
Made of the mist.
Made of the mist is correct for 3 points. Now for 3 points, Richard. Latif. Now the Romans referred to this geographical location as Numidia. How do we call it today?
Algeria.
Algeria is correct. Charles. Now, writers use different styles to embellish their language in order, to make it stand out. If a writer says he has a Gordian knot ahead of him, what would you be saying?
A difficult task.
It's a difficult task or a difficult problem, and you cannot beat the celebrated Scrabble master with such a question. A difficult task. Now, Salim, now listen. Now, if a writer says his hero has Dutch courage, what would he be implying?
Courage influenced by alcohol.
Courage influenced by drinking alcohol. And for 3 points, now the Republic of Haiti is a Caribbean country. It is the poorest country in the Americas as per the Human Development Index. What is their monetary unit? Moses.
US dollar.
Look, Moses. Yes, Moses. Wobenu.
God.
Sorry?
God.
Say it well.
God.
God is correct. God is correct. Yes, God is correct. Now, for 3 points, tell me. Now, if the Nubian desert is 100,000 square miles, where would you find it? Wobenu.
No, it's Latif.
Yes. Who's there?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Yes. If the Nubian desert is 100,000 square miles, where would you find Nubian desert?
It's in Algeria.
Nope.
It's in Libya.
Yes, Latif.
Syria,
Nope.
Sudan,
Nope. Salim?
It extends from Libya, Egypt, and Sudan.
No. Moses, you start. Moses?
Egypt.
It is in the Sahara. Northeastern Sudan. Northeastern Sudan. And so, Wobenu again. Wobenu. Now, what is the technique of applying pressure or stimulation of a specific points on the body to relieve pain, cure certain illnesses, and promote wellness?
Acupuncture.
Acupuncture is correct. I should have asked you the other question. What is the other name for acupuncture?
It's time.
Yes. Yes. What is the other name for acupuncture? Yes.
No idea.
No idea.
Yes, Moses.
No.
Reflexology. Reflexology.
It was.
Oh.
It's okay.
You said you should ask them.
No,
Oh.
it was my major, so it
Oh
must
my
come to you
goodness.
before
My
you
goodness. You don't know it.
Yes, I know.
My goodness. Well, but if you knew it honestly,
It's
in
okay.
frankness, oh my goodness. Reflexology. But what is the scientific name for a form of light invisible to the human eye that has shorter wavelength and less energy than X-rays? Who's there?
say the question again.
What is the scientific name for a form of light invisible to the human eye that has a shorter wavelength and less energy than X-rays?
Refraction,
Look. Yes, Charles. Very quickly, Charles.
Ultraviolet radiation.
Ultraviolet radiation is correct. 3 points. Now, but what is the term for a mild, indirect expression used instead of a plainer one that might be harsh or offensive? Forgotten. Yes.
Pass.
Pass.
Euphemism.
Euphemism is the answer. Euphemism is the answer. Euphemism is the answer. Now, Obenu. Now, you cannot mention English dramatists, playwrights, without the name of William Shakespeare, who wrote many English plays. Julius Caesar is classified as a tragedy. Shakespeare also wrote Antonio and Cleopatra. What is the classification?
It's a comedy.
It's not a comedy.
Antonio and Cleopatra. It's also a tragedy.
It's a tragedy for Wobenu. Now, how would you classify the first part of King Henry IV by William Shakespeare? Who's that?
King Henry the First.
Yes, the first part of King Henry IV by William Shakespeare. What classification?
Tragedy,
It is not a tragedy.
novel,
No. Yes, Charles.
Comedy.
No.
It's history.
It's history for Salim. Now, Salim, The Merchant of Venice is one other masterpiece of Shakespeare. How would you classify it?
It's comedy.
It's comedy. And Moses Asamoah. Now, The History of Troilus and Cressida is a drama by William Shakespeare. Classification.
History.
No.
Tragedy.
Yes.
The title again.
The History of Troilus and Cressida.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy. It is a comedy. Now, for 3 points, now, which scientist and inventor propounded the theory of calculus? Yes.
Pythagoras.
Look.
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton is correct. Now, for 3 points, what is the name given to an individual who makes a will?
Testesta.
Sorry?
Testesta. Tester.
Testator.
Testator. The language was not coming. Testator. You understand? Testator. That's the last question. Testator. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll draw the curtain on this round of the competition. End of round 2.
At the end of the second round of today's program, Moses Asamoah has no points. Charles Techimenson has 5 points. Evans Wovenu has 21 points. Ibrahim Abdulatif still leads with 26 points.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry?
Salim Ahmed Salim has 13 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very final department of this competition. Round 3, question 1. Charles, now Mount Everest is located in Nepal, Tibet. Now, in whose honor did this mountain receive its official name in 1865?
James Everest.
No? Yes, Salim.
George Everest.
George Everest. George Everest. But who was George Everest?
He conquered Mountain Everest by climbing with Tenzin Norgay.
No.
Or he mapped out the Indian subcontinent.
That's correct. Put your hands together for you. He mapped the Indian subcontinent. Oh, it was a major question.
Yes.
He mapped this British general who mapped the Indian subcontinent. Now, Christians have the Bible as the sacred text. What is the sacred text of Buddhism? Moses. Womenu.
Tripitaka.
Tripitaka is correct. I hope you pronounce this. What did you say? What do you say?
Tripitaka.
What?
It's tripartite. So
Oh, okay. Tripitaka. Yeah, be very careful. Now, if Silver Jubilee is celebrated at 25 years, what is the 6th anniversary called? Evans.
the 6th is called silk.
Look.
Cotton.
I disagree. Yes, Latif.
Sugar.
Sugar is correct. Now, for 3 points, tell me, Suriname is a Dutch-speaking country. What's the capital?
Paramaribo.
Sorry? Paramaribo is correct. Paramaribo is correct. Now, if you want to form a baseball team, how many people would you name in the team? Charles.
9.
9 is correct for 3 points. 9 is correct. Salim. Now, who in history was known as the Little Corporal?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Napoleon Bonaparte is correct. Now, there is this great poet otherwise known as the poet of nature. Who was he? Poet of nature. Moses.
William Shakespeare.
No, Moses. Obenu.
Is it Banjo Patterson?
No. Yes, Latif.
Wordsworth.
Sorry?
Wordsworth.
William Wordsworth is correct. Now, what is the scientific name for a form of light invisible to the human eye, that has a shorter way. Have I asked that question already? In what year did the first train arrive in Kumasi? Who is doing this? Yes.
1903.
1903 is correct. And when did the first train from Sekandi arrive in Kumasi?
1904.
No. Sorry?
1903.
Sorry?
1903.
1903 is correct. Now, for 3 points, listen. Now, you see, Jupiter is the largest of the planets with an equatorial diameter being 11 times the diameter of the Earth. Now, the major chemical constituents of Jupiter's atmosphere are molecular hydrogen and helium. What percentage is hydrogen of the chemical constituents?
70%.
It's not 70%.
60%.
Look, Moses.
21%.
No, Evans.
90.
Sorry?
90%.
90% is correct. 90% is correct. Now, the Nobel Prize rewards. It rewards science, humanism, and peace efforts. In which year was the first Nobel Prize given? Who's turn?
Evans.
Wobenu.
19.
Yes, sir.
I was going to say 1903.
Oh, no. Yes, Wobenu.
He's well out.
You rebelled out. Yes.
1948.
No. Charles.
1921.
I disagree.
1901.
1901 is the answer. 1901 is the answer. Now, for 3 points, you name the youngest person to receive the Nobel Prize.
Malala Yousafzai.
Malala Yousafzai. Malala Yousafzai. Yousafzai. Now, for 3 points, is it Moses? Now, I speculated and argued about the boundless as the origin of all this. I also worked on the fields of what we now call geography and biology. I was the author of the first surviving lines of Western philosophy. Who am I? Yes, is it Moses?
Is the question again?
I speculated and argued about the boundless as the origin of all that is. Then I also worked on the fields of what we now call geography and biology. I was the author of the first surviving lines of Western philosophy. Who am I?
Isaac Newton.
Look, my friend. Yes, Wobenu.
Alexander von Humboldt.
No, I disagree. Wobenu. Yes.
Charles Darwin.
No, I disagree. Charles.
Pass.
Charles.
Pass.
I can't pass again. Anaximander. The name is Anaximander. Anaximander. Now, for 3 points, Moses. Now, Moses, listen. Now, listen. What is lachanophobia? Lachanophobia. Lachanophobia. Lachano. Lachanophobia. Lachanophobia. What is it?
Pass.
Yes.
Lachanophobia is the fear of vegetables.
Vegetables is correct. It's lachanophobia. But who or what is a shroff? A shroff.
Respect.
SHROFF. A shroff.
No idea.
Yes, shroff.
Is a person with the expertise of testing coins.
His expertise in testing coins is correct. Expertise in testing coins. Now, for 3 points, tell me. Now, this Barclays Premiership Football League, that you all know so very well. Most of these English football teams have very interesting jargons which come along with their names. Now I'm going to give you a football team. You provide their jargon. Who starts? Latif. Now this one is Sunderland.
Blackers.
Sorry?
Blackers.
Blackers.
Sunderland.
Sunderland. Sundrla. Sunderland. Charles.
Black Cats.
No.
The Cats.
The Cats is correct. The Cats is correct. Now, Fulham. Fulham.
The Cherries.
Fulham. Fulham.
The Cherries.
Nook.
Pass.
Yes, Moses.
Pass.
Yes, Wobenu. Yes, Latif.
Cottages.
No. The horses. The horses. Now for 3 points, Portsmouth.
Pompey.
Pompey is correct. Pompey. Moses. The team is Manchester.
Which one? City or United?
Oh, yes. That's a very good question. Manchester United.
The Reds.
No?
Red Devils.
The Red Devils. The Red Devils. This one is Liverpool.
You never walk alone. The Reds.
Sorry?
The Reds. Or you never walk.
You never walk alone. Is correct. Thank you very much. Now, Arsenal. Who's there? Arsenal, Latif.
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
The
Yes, Charles.
The Gunners.
The Gunners is correct. The Gunners is correct. The Gunners is correct. Now, for 3 points, you will tell me this one. Who's there? Is it Charles?
Yeah.
Charles. Now, Girls at War. It is a collection of short stories in African writer series. Who wrote it? Girls at War.
No idea.
Yes.
Chinua
Achebe wrote Girls at War. Now, this one is No Easy Walk to Freedom. Was written by another person.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela wrote it. Now, for 3 points, Malawians speak English and Chechwa. What is the capital of Malawi?
Lilongwe.
Lilongwe is correct, 3 points. Lilongwe is correct, 3 points. Now, for 3 points, whose turn is it?
Evans.
Evans Wobenu. Now, Evans. Now, which animal lives in the Drey? D-R-E-Y.
Rabbit.
No?
Donkey.
No? Yes.
squirrel.
The squirrel. The end of the competition.
At the end of the final round of today's What Do You Know quiz program, Moses Asamoah, an old student of the Adontin Senior High School, had 6 points. Charles Tesi Manson from Cape Coast had 9 points. Evans Wovenu, a resident of Gulf City, Tema, had 27 points. Salim Ahmed Salim from Welembele in the Sisala East District of the Upper West Region had 33 points. Ibrahim Abdul Latif from Yendi in the Northern Region topped with 36 points.
Now, for those who are competing next week in the third group of the quarterfinal, we have Farid Asabi, Kevin Segj, Texan Paul Afariminta, Benjamin Amadou Ndebugri, John Awuni, Stephen Gadiko. And the fourth group will be made up of Newman Akoli, Daniel Amuzu, Charles Debra, Samuel Asiedu, Judah Holu, and Joseph Kumi. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the whole caboodle. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord let his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon all of you and grant you peace on this note. And until the same time next week, when we bring you questions from archaeology to zoology, in behalf of my producer, Francis X. Mensah, Kinsler Buaji, Francis Terado, Collins Mensah, Samuel Logo, Christola Nkra, Sadina Mensah, John Pobidi, David Tedeku, Patience, Dovlo Amo, and all the other persons who in diverse ways have supported this program and brought it to the pedestal. It has reached this afternoon. This has been a question that I've been asking you here. And those are there. What do you know?